So there was a Chuck E. Cheese that was closing down.
Oh, I was joking.
Oh no, that's an actual thing. Oh, I thought you knew this story.
I thought it was a joke.
You make me vicious.
Ooh, for me, I think I'm gonna go with the classic. I think it would be Janis Joplin for me. Not just to jam and to sing with her, just from a vocalist and a soul sister point of view, but I just want to hang out with her and like give her a hug. It's like, hey, let's go. Do illegal things together. How about you?
That'd be a fun time. That whole era would be
that era.
pretty
Anybody
amazing.
From the 70s.
Yeah, just figuring it out, going out and playing live and hanging out, like all that backstage footage of them hanging out, or Jimmy hanging out with the Stones, just looks. It'd be nice to be in that room.
Aaron C. That's a tough question because it kind of changes with me. Like every couple weeks, I'm like, ooh, that's so exciting. Now, like right now, we just threw into the set our song Chemicals, which was just a record store release day exclusive. So it's not on any record, although you can find it now on the internet. But we just threw that in the set, so that's been really fun lately to do. That's my new favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
For sure.
But even the old stuff, it's like we don't really get sick of anything because when we go on stage, and even if you're playing a song that's now 10 years old, like I Get Off, it's no longer yours. Now it's theirs, and they're singing it back to you. You're like, this is awesome. So there was a Chuck E. Cheese that was closing down.
Oh, I was joking.
Oh no, that's an actual thing. Oh, I thought you knew this story.
I thought it was a joke.
And it wasn't a joke.
All right,
no,
cool.
There was a Chuck E. Cheese that was closing down in Pennsylvania when we were kids, and we were. My little brother and I, if you don't know, we started this band when I was 13, he was 10, so we've been doing it a while. And a super fan of ours that would follow us around to all these gigs noticed that there was a Chuck E. Cheese closing down, and I guess they were like just giving stuff away. So there were these drumsticks that were basically just displays on the wall. It was meant for decoration. And he was like, dude, I know a kid that would love those. So he brought them to a gig and he gave them to my little brother. Now you have to understand, at the time, my little brother was about like 11 or 12. So the sticks were bigger than he was. And he took them, and instead of just saying, I'm gonna hang them up in my room, I'm gonna figure out how to play with them. So he's literally been playing with those sticks forever. He did break his original pair, but then, a couple years ago, one of his drum companies said, oh, we have some. But, oh, cool. It's like, oh, do you want to? Like, no, I'm going to play with them. So, yeah, now it's become one of those things where if we don't have it in the set, people get really upset.
The show's not complete without the big stick.
The show is not complete. Ooh. So, Desi, awesome question. I started guitar when I was 16, and the first song that I was given to learn was Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. And then from there, I went to Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath because of that no, 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 and it's like when you play that, you're like, oh, sweet, awesome. See, I am a badass. I can totally do this. So it was a huge vote of confidence. I got this.
My first song, I started bass when it was like 10 or 11, and it was. Before I took a lesson and I just plugged it in, it was Smoke on the Water.
Of course.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe someday.
I'm not keeping it from him. He's just,
scared.
He's like, Josh is awesome. Josh is, he's my go-to for my backing vocals. When the backing vocals have to be in key and have to be on the right time, again, this is no offense to Joe or RJ, my little bro, but Josh, you're very dependable on the vocals. So
some nights I'm like, wow, I really feel like I can, like a good singer, like I can sing, but I think it's just I backup singer. That's where it stops. I don't know if I can.
Well,
lead sing.
To be contrary to popular belief, and this is just because I'm a nerd about vocals, but it's more difficult to be a backing vocalist than it is to be a lead vocalist, because you can have a singer, think of any number of singers that aren't like power singers, but they have like that personality, and so they are the star out front, but maybe they're not hitting everything, but it's okay because it's rock and roll. It sounds great because they are that imperfect voice. Backing vocalists have a lot more pressure because they need to be perfect. They need to be on. They need to have that. They need to be that support for that star out front. And if the backing vocalist is off, the star doesn't sound great at all. So really, I mean, that's your job. You make me sound good.
Well, thanks.
Hey, thank you guys so much for all your questions. You are awesome. Thank you so much for everything that you do, enabling us to do what we love every single day. We'll see you out on the road.
Watch out, 'cause I'm vicious.